YouTube, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a high taper blended into the beard. So let's get started with the tutorial. We're going to set that first guideline from the top of the temple of the head towards the top of the ear, and we're going to separate the beard from the sideburn area, a 2-finger guideline, followed by just getting rid of all of that bulk in the beard. We're running it through with the number 3 guard, so go ahead and do it on one side and then replicate the whole process on the other side as well. To start the beard blend, we're going to set a 1-finger guideline with our lever open. This creates the half. We're then going to close the lever, hit the beginning, and then we want to open the lever a little bit. It's in the middle now, so let's hit the guideline in the middle. This is called close to open. So we initially start with our lever closed, put it in its halfway point, then go 3/4 right here, 75%. Then we want to go 3/4 into the guideline. So let's repeat this process until our lever is completely open. And I'd like to say about run through this process like 2 or 3 times and then move on to the next step. The next step is going to be to attach our number 1 guard and open up the lever. This creates the 1.5. So we want to go a finger above that guideline that we just blended. So then we can restart the process of the close to open lever method. So in this step though, it's a 2-step process because we want to go through the close to open lever method, but also go through the close to open lever method with the 0.5 guard. So the first step is to soften the guideline, and then right here with the 0.5 guard, the next step is going to be to blend out that second line. So you guys have to make sure you guys stay focused when you guys are using the 0.5 guard, because sometimes you can't really see the guideline. You have to just kind of go by your eyeballs and where your lever is located. So once that's done, let's attach our 1.5 guard and run through a close to open to finalize our beard blend. So if that doesn't blend out right, I would say go again with the number 2 guard and do close to open a finger above that. Before lining up the beard, let's just blend the sideburn area into the beard so we won't have to worry about that. So let's remove all the bulk. Then we're gonna go ahead and shave that area and make sure you refine that transition between the sideburn area to the beard. This is my first time using these trimmers. They're by Andis. I'd like to give them a 9.5 out of 10. I zero gapped them. Potentially I can make a video for you guys if you guys want me to how to zero gap and how to use these trimmers effectively. Let me know down below. And in comparison to the babyless skeletons, these just have a different blade. It's a little bit wider, so it's just best suited to use them for beard lineups or just lineups in the front. I prefer the babyless skeletons for more detailed areas like around the ear or on the corner of a hair of the lineup, or just doing designs or the mustache area. You know, just go ahead and line up the beard area. And the way that we did this, guys, we first started with the blending process, then lined up the corners of the beard and the bottom. Then we go towards the cheek area and we're leaving the mustache for last. So put your trimmer in this position and make sure you guys just give it a very soft touch. Then we want to remove all the excess hair and then pull the skin down and have your client blow a bubble. So that creates that pressure and it'll just make it easier on your shaver for it to get all the hairs. The next thing is that we want to straight razor the beard. I use some shark blades and an exposed razor by Pacino's. If you guys want to use any of my tools, make sure you guys click the links in the description. I do get a very small commission for you guys clicking on the links. It does help me out a lot, guys, so just wanted to be transparent with you guys. It doesn't charge you guys extra. It just makes it gives me a small percentage of what you guys buy in Amazon, and it's just the way that, you know, the Amazon affiliate program works. You know, if you guys ever start a YouTube channel, if you guys ever, you know, get your brand popping, you guys should do that because it'll give you guys an extra source of income. So right here on the mustache area, I ran through it with the 1.5 guard because the mustache area is sometimes it's just thicker, and it looks a lot cleaner when you guys just shape it up and just clean it up and it's not as thick. And right here at the top area as well, the trick is just to use the corners of your blades, guys. So right here, have your client blow a bubble on top of his lips to create that extra pressure for your straight razor. After that, guys, we are done with the beard blend, so we can go into the taper process now. So 3 fingers, we're gonna go with the number 4 guard from that start of the guideline, and we're gonna flick out. So everything on top of that 4.5 guard, we're not gonna touch. So that's just gonna be the transition between the darkness at the top of the 4.5 to the blend at baldness at the bottom. Right here, we're using the number 3 guard. And then we're gonna chop that guideline in half with the number 1 guard with the lever open. So this is a 2-finger guideline. You guys can start the taper just in this step right here that I'm at. I just wanted to make sure that everything on top of the 4.5 was nice and blended. After that, we're gonna split the guideline in half, just removing the 1 guard. We're gonna open up the lever. This creates the half. So now we have 2 separate guidelines. Let's start the blending process by putting our lever in the middle, and we're gonna hit the guideline in the middle. This is middle open closed. So after we hit the guideline in the middle, we wanna open up the lever a little bit. This is about 75%. And let's go 3/4 into the guideline. Once we hit that 3/4 position, let's open up the lever all the way and hit the whole guideline again. So this is middle open closed. Let's close the lever for the last step in our lever method, and let's baby tap the beginning of the line. So once you guys get to this point in your blending process, you guys can just keep going higher and higher into the taper just by opening up the lever a little bit, and just keep repeating the process around 2 to 3 times. Then we're gonna attach the 1 guard and repeat the process, but doing the close to open lever method now. We start with the lever closed and keep opening it little by little until our lever's completely open. That's just the softening process of the second guideline. We finished the blend using the 0.5 guard, doing close to open. So let's hit the beginning of the guideline and let's keep opening up the lever little by little, but be very careful when you guys are using the 0.5 guard because you guys have less room to work with. It's all about using your eyes and locating those dark spots and adjusting your lever to suit that position in the dark spot in the hair. I was going to skip through this part of the tutorial because I don't know if you guys want to see this, but you know, you guys saw that little smudge in the guideline. I opened up my lever and I just started playing with the lever. So I just open it and then I start closing it little by little until I can get rid of that spot that was bothering me. So now we're gonna blend that 1.5 area into the 3 guard. So we're gonna attach the 2 guard, open up the lever, go about 1 finger above, and then let's close the lever and just flick out about 1/2 finger. So once that's done, we have now softened that area and we can finalize that blend with our 1.5 guard doing close to open. So to line up this side of the top of the ear, let's pull the ear back and put our middle finger in his earlobe. And now we're gonna just use the corners to line up that area. So it was super important for us to set that guideline so we can leave that area dark so we have hair to line up. So I also get a better visual of my taper once that's lined up. I use my YS part comb with my scissors and I just aim for those dark spots in between the layering of the comb. Let's go ahead and line up the corners of our taper on both sides so then we can move on to the backside taper. We're gonna do a different blending technique in the backside. You know, we're gonna leave about 1 finger of room at the bottom to give us that guideline to shave. So we're gonna go 3 fingers above with our Babyliss Evo trimmers. These trimmers I did not zero gap. They come straight out of the box like that. So it just makes it easier for me to blend out that first guideline. So we're gonna go and eliminate about 2 fingers of that guideline before going up 2 fingers with the 1 guard with the lever open. So we're gonna start the foundation of our blend. After that, we're gonna go 2 fingers above that with the 3 guard with the lever open. So now we have 2 separate guidelines. The whole purpose of these couple steps is to set up our foundation so we know exactly what to blend, and our work is just a lot cleaner that way. I'm using the 4 guard with the lever open and flicking out 1 finger above that 3.5 guideline. So after that, guys, we wanna grab our thinning shears. You guys have to be very careful when you guys use your thinning shears. You guys don't want to dig deep. The key is to really just get the little stranglers at the top and just run through it about 1 or 2 pinches. You know, I used to over exaggerate and think that I had to get so deep in the hair, but it's really some of that bulk that's just the little hairs that are sticking out on top of the 4.5. After that, we want to split the 1.5 guideline in half using our lever open. Sometimes our guidelines might not be crispy, guys, so we can always go back and just make them better. Make sure that they're 1 finger thick and you guys can really see the difference between the half guideline and the 1.5 guideline. Let's start now blending the first guideline. We're only gonna blend the left side, so we're doing closed to open. Our lever's closed. This measures the 0. Let's go 25%. Go a tiny bit higher. And you guys have to make sure that as you guys are working towards the left side, you guys are tilting your wrist to adjust to the side of the head that you're working on. So that just makes it easier on your clipper to work to its best of its capabilities. After that, we want to open up the lever all the way and hit the full guideline, and then just run through the close to open as long as you guys need to until that guideline is completely blended. So now we move on to the next step of doing close to open with our 1 guard. It's going to be the same thing as the side taper. This is just going to be to soften that guideline, similar to the side taper. Just stay very patient, guys. Don't think that once you guys are done doing close to open with the 1 guard that you guys are just supposed to have it blended. Don't get confused. So attaching the 0.5 guard, we want to go about half of that guideline that we have of doing close to open. So don't take the half guard any higher than the middle part of this guideline. Once that second guideline is blended, let's grab a 2 guard with the lever open, go a finger above that. We can't really see much yet, guys, so just use your eyes and stay consistent based off of your lever method. I'm using the 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna do close to open, giving myself 1 finger of blend room and just staying focused with my lever position. So the last 1.5 fingers, I guess, of hair that we left at the bottom is to give us a guide of what we can shave. So let's grab our sharpest tool and go down with the grain and then go up with the grain. So we want to make sure that we're only going about 1/2 finger into that 1 finger of room that we gave ourselves. So this is going to be the transition between the trimmer, our Evo Gamma trimmer, and our close to open with the Wall Seniors. So let's remove all of that bulk. Now we have a clear guide of what we can shave. Before we shave, let's line up here the side of the neck and the top of the ear. I'm using my babyless skeletons, the corners of my skeletons. These are my favorite trimmer in the game for lineups, for anything. You know, I like using my Evo trimmer though for bulk removal and setting guidelines. This is a money maker in terms of just detailing and making sure that my linings are as crispy as possible. So you guys saw how I started moving my wrist towards the left area, then I came back towards the right. I'm going to repeat the process in this side, and a way that I like keeping my trimmer balanced is I use my middle finger and I just place it on his cheek or wherever I feel comfortable, and I move my wrist according to wherever I want to move my machine. So it's super important that you guys just practice that. It's uncomfortable at first, but through time you guys will be able to just have better hand-eye coordination. And I told you guys in the back of the neck, let's shave that area and repolish it using our Evo trimmer. To trim the top, what we're going to do is just dampen the hair first, and then just separate the hair from the corner of his hairline, brush it down and get rid of any excess hair. I just wanted to make sure that the sides of his hair were all blended. I realized in the back there's just some bulky areas that I just wanted to redefine with my thinning shears. The goal for the trim was to give our client the best look for whatever he has going on. You know, he doesn't get a lineup in the front. His hair was kind of uneven, so I just wanted to give him about, I'd like to say, a fingernail of length of hair removal, and just even out the sides and just keep the front a little bit longer. So the way we're going to start the trimming process is we're going to take a guideline right there from the center and run through a nice vertical section guideline. So once we're done with this vertical guideline, we want to go in horizontally and connect that middle guideline. So once we're done with that front side, we want to make sure that we separate everything, because sometimes we might go and just keep bringing the front of his hair all the way back, and it eliminates what we can cut in the center, and that's how you get uneven areas. And let's just do some cross checking really quick, make sure that everything's even, and then to spray our client with some sea salt spray to then use our diffuser. So our diffuser is used just so we can disperse air throughout the whole hair dry. It's not just directed to one area. To then style using our Slick Gorilla texturizing powder, a very light touch to sprinkle it in the hair, and comb and style according to how you want your client to look. So this is a nice clean blend right here, guys. This is the before, guys. My guy was wolfing. This is a caveman transformation, and this is the after, a high taper blended into the 3-guard beard. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video all the way through. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys hit that sub button, hit the like, and comment down below any feedback you guys have towards the channel. My name is David Escamilla, and I'll catch you guys next week for more videos. Peace.